This conference will now be recorded.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Kelly Augustine. I'm with the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to the Nacogdoches Chamber Stakeholder Conference Call sponsored by Burke. Of course, y'all know that I'm stepping in temporarily for our Chamber President, Wayne Mitchell. I'm happy to see Wayne is listening in on this call. We might get a few comments from him later. But for now, we have an exciting lineup for everyone. We have exciting things happening in Nacogdoches. In fact, it's really gearing up now. You can almost feel the blueberry energy in our town. It's pretty amazing. Really, it is the phenomenon we've created here. So today we were happy to invite and host several folks throughout our community that take leadership roles in this. And I think we're going to learn a lot from them on how the Blueberry celebration in Nacogdoches brings a lot to our community, things that we may not even be aware of. So as you heard, we are recording this. It will be available later on the Chamber's YouTube channel. And the media has been invited to join us. In fact, I believe the media is with us. So thank you guys for attending. We're going to start off this morning. We're going to go in a timeline progression here. We're going to start off with the Blueberry Jam at Millard's Crossing Historic Village. This is a wonderful place in Nacogdoches, and we should all visit it often. It's a great place for residents to be as well as our visitors. And I'm really happy to introduce the Executive Director at Millard's Crossing, Miss Grace Handler. Hi, Grace. Good morning.
Hi, Kelly. Good morning, everyone. I hope you've all had a great start to your morning, and I hope everybody is ready to get started on this Blueberry Festival week. Yay. Yay. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you, Kenny, and Smile Scott. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to start off and just tell you I started in January with Millard's Crossing. I was blessed to be asked to be their executive director after being self-employed for 25 years. It was a blessing to get to finish out my retirement somewhere different. It is great. It's doing something I enjoy to do. And thank you again, Wayne, because you're part of that reason that I'm there. He just made a mention that I would do good in events, and I listened to God and followed his lead. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on what's on tap for June 5th, which is the Sunday before the Blueberry Festival. So we are going to start with a family time, and that will start at 1 o'clock and go till 5. There will be a car show, bounce houses, food truck, water park for kids to play. Please bring a picnic lunch, or you can order off a food truck, go to church, go to your service, get spiritually, and then come out and have the rest of your time with family time during that. June the 6th, we're going to have events, and our docents are going to be doing presentations the whole week. So I'm going to throw that out there. June 6th is called Parents' Night Out. We have a ribeye, salad, garlic bread, and a creme brulee bread pudding. This will also have tea and sweet, unsweet, water,
I'm not going to disqualify somebody. No chance of that.
a couple of beverages available. And then June 7th, it's going to be a wind down time. So there's going to be some fun activities on that evening as well. All of the events are going from 6 to 8 in the evening. June the 8th is a mini renaissance, and the person that I have working on that has assured me it is going to be stealth. So we'll see. He has a drummer coming and some musicians coming as well. So that will be kind of fun. And then Thursday, all day long, it's going to be children's activities. We'll have the bounce house, petting zoo, water slides. And then that evening from 6 to 8, we are going to give a sneak peek to the Bluegrass concert with Gent Mountain Grass Firs and Tin Top Road. So those will be the presenting bands that evening. So I guess that's all I have to say for Millard's Crossing, and look for our flyers. They'll be out soon.
That's great, Grace. Thank you so much. Does anybody have a specific question about the Blueberry Jam at Millard's Crossing Historic Village? I think we'll have those posted on our TexasBlueberryFestival.com site as well, Grace. And I know our friends at Visit Nacogdoches are going to help us publicize as well. So we'll be looking out for more. All right, moving along, let's talk about Bluegrass music. We have the Blueberry Bluegrass Concert in the Park presented by Rex Perry Autoplex. I believe that happens June 10th. And to talk about that are our Bee Gees, Angela Wiederhold and Scott Waller. And I'm just going to turn it over to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. We are so excited to be part of the Blueberry Week and all the great events that are going to happen here in Nacogdoches that showcase why we all love to live in this town and what makes it so special. The Blueberry Bluegrass Concert in the Park, this is our 7th year, and it's a wonderful opportunity for families to come and listen to some absolutely fabulous bands. The concert is completely free, thanks to our sponsor, Rex Perry Autoplex. And it's just a great evening to come out, sit outside, bring your lawn chair, bring your family, bring your dog, and listen to some absolutely great music. And one of the reasons why our concert is so great is we have this fabulous talent coordinator, this expert in bluegrass, and that is none other than Scott Waller. And he's also great at logistics and clarifying all things, I must say. But Scott, could you tell us a little bit about the bands that are coming this year?
Absolutely. We're thrilled to have the Baker family coming back this year. They've been at our concert several times. They hail from Birch Tree, Missouri, and they travel all over the United States. They're in high demand, so we're thrilled to be able to have them come back. It's a family, the mother and 3 of her kids, and we've watched these kids grow up over the years. So the youngest son, Elijah, he used to stand up on the bass and play some, but he's gotten a little bit too big for that. I don't think they make a bass big enough for him to stand on right now. So he's playing guitar now. He's tearing that guitar up. So we're excited about having them come back. That's the band that was on America's Got Talent a few years ago. Catahoula Drive is coming back also. They're from Louisiana, and they're just a great group of guys. They do a lot of gospel with their bluegrass music, and they're just a great group of guys, very talented musicians. Our featured performers this year is the Little Roy and Lizzie Show, and they hail from Lincoln County, Georgia. And Roy Lewis is from the Lewis family, which was very big in Southern gospel and bluegrass music years ago. And he's I don't know how tall he is. He's probably about 4'10", something like that. But he's just a ball of energy. He's a fantastic performer. He loves to entertain crowds, and his band is just very, very talented. Lizzie Long, his daughter, she has a CD project called Blueberry Pie. So I've already put in a request for her to sing the title track from that. So if you've never heard her sing Blueberry Pie, it's one of my favorite songs ever. So she's going to be performing that. So we're really excited to have them coming this year. This will be their first time to our concert. And as Grace mentioned earlier, the Gent Mountain Grass Burrs from around Jacksonville, they're going to be coming back. They've been at our concert several years, and we've watched them grow up. And you know what? They've been taking lessons. They've been practicing, and they have really, really, really stepped up their game, and they are very, very good. And so we're excited to have them come back and let you see how they've grown up and how their music has grown up as well. So that's the band lineup. Back to you, Angela.
Well, yes, and so we have many other great things going on, and mainly that's food. and entertainment. We're kind of doing something really neat and new this year. We've asked some local businesses, local caterers to partner with us. And so this year we're going to have Billy Huddleston and his group doing barbecue. And we're going to have Chick-fil-A. The Ramseys are coming with a big Chick-fil-A truck. And then, of course, Brittany Vinson with Tomei is going to also bring us some wonderful food. And then we've got our normal snow cone, ice cream, lemonade stand, all kinds of good stuff. So there'll be plenty of cold drinks, cold things to eat and cool you down, as well as some wonderful, great food to eat while you're there. Everyone, again, is welcome. It's a family-friendly event. Bluegrass music is toe-tapping, heart-lifting, wonderful music. We really want to thank everyone that makes this possible, which is the Chamber, the City of Nacogdoches, Visit Nacogdoches, our generous sponsor, Rex Perry, and then this year we've had some other folks step up and help us, and that's Millard Funeral Home is helping with the cost of our shuttle buses. And this concert really is very welcoming to all of those. Please spread the word. If they're mobility impaired or have a challenge getting sometimes to events, we have a shuttle bus to bring folks close at First Baptist Church. And then we have golf carts that we're going to be running all over downtown and to the Cox Street parking. So folks won't have to walk very far, and we will help them as much as we possibly can get out there and get to the park and be able to enjoy the music. So that's courtesy of Millard Funeral Home. RV Outfitters of Texas is helping us with the golf cart costs, and Harry's Building Supply is helping us with, I probably have that all mixed up, but we have some great sponsors, and so we're very, very lucky, and it wouldn't happen without everybody working together. The police department and the emergency folks and EMS and all of them help us make it a great event, and we thank you for letting us be part of Blueberry Week.
That's great. Does anyone have any other questions for Scott and Angela and the Blueberry Bluegrass concert? I did put up the link that you can look at the information flyer. It's very pretty to look at, as well as filled with good information. So you should see that in the chat box. Okay, well, we've come to it. Texas Blueberry Festival presented by Tipton Ford. It's our 32nd annual event. It is June 11th in downtown Nacogdoches. Tons of different things going on, and we do have a website that I'll put that up as well in the chat box. Before this, we are turning it back over to Grace Handler, the chair of the festival. Back to you, Grace.
Thank you, Kelly. Again, if you're not excited about this coming up, or this festival week, you should be, because Nacogdoches is going to be hopping. Everybody that comes into Millard's Crossing, I tell them about it, and people that I see around town and friends from far away and as far away as Florida, I've been saying, hey, come on out to this week, because it's going to be a fun week. And I'm going to be one tired puppy by the time it's all done. By the time it's all said and done, I will probably be out in a pool just sleeping on Sunday. That's all I can say. Because between Millard's and the Blueberry, it's going to be a blast. So, and excuse me, I have serious sinuses going on. For the Blueberry Festival, we have 150 plus vendors. I'm so excited to see our streets, you know, where they're brick right now, and you drive downtown, the excitement and the anticipation of what's going to come and how it's going to just take shape always starts this time of the year with me, and I get so excited just thinking about all the wonderful things that we will see on June 11th. We do have something new this year. It's called Pickleball Tournament. So if you've not been to a pickleball, maybe you should go and look at that. But I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown on how things go. And also, Kelly, I would be upset with myself if I didn't thank Tipton Ford again as part of being the chair of the Blueberry Festival, because without our sponsors, like Angela said, we can't do this, you know, with any event that we host, whether it be chamber or elsewhere. So We have live entertainment. And if you want to start your day off right, go get your Hawaiian pancakes because they're going to be there and they're going to be good. The fresh blueberries will be sold at market value with from Brookshire's, same place they were last year. We have tournaments like the Blue Washerboard, the 42, the Cupcake Battle, and I'm just trying not to forget anything. So those things you can sign up for early. We actually have the sweet shop at Regions Bank coming back. So if you need a cool place to go in there and have some sweets from Regions Bank. Then we have the quilt tournament or the quilt show going on as well. So you'll want to go and look at that. The vehicle fun case will be down in Festival Park. We'll have bounce houses, petting zoo, water for children, same as always. And again, we have all of the musicians coming, but we only have one stage this year. We have also Cooking Up the Blues, the pie eating contest. That's going to be fun. It always is. If you've not seen that with the pie all over people's face, that's a sight to see. So you might want to go and look at that. Running of the Blueberries, that is going to be going on during the morning of the Blueberry Festival. And then we always have our pet parade going right downtown Nacogdoches. Don't forget our news that we're having, the news conference. Good Lord, my brain just had a toot. June 8th at 10 a.m. Okay, anything else, Kelly?
Well, I see Kenny Reynolds on the call. I know that she's part of our sponsoring business, Bert, but she's also part of the festival. She has coordinated and executed the running of the Blueberries every year. It's been a part of our festival. Kenny, what would you like to tell us about running of the Blueberries?
Well, it's same wonderful, successful event for the Blueberry Festival. I love planning it, and I keep threatening to hand it over to someone else, but that hasn't happened yet. So we will have our, last year we added a 10K run. So we'll have a 5K and a 10K option. We also have a 1 mile walk run that is more family and doggy friendly for a doggy that's not ready to run 3 miles that morning. And then you can also, if you're not able to participate, maybe you are tied up with other Blueberry activities, we have a virtual component also that you can sign up for the virtual event and still get the cool t-shirt and all of that. And so we had a lot of vendors and some of our Blueberry those involved that were really involved in the planning signed up for that last year to support. The event supports the Nacogdoches Dog Park, and I think our plan, we haven't worked out all the details, but we'll have Snowmies shaved ice for our finishers. So they'll have a really cool, tasty treat after the 5K, 10K. So, and I posted the registration link on there, and we are still looking for sponsors. We're finalizing those. Hopefully this week, next week. And the event is presented by Pilgrims Nacogdoches and has been for several years, so we appreciate their support. Right now it's also supported by Axley Rohde and Mick Williams and Son, as well as Nacogdoches Parks and Recreation.
Thank you, Kenny. And that reminds me, some of these events at the festival are just enjoyed when you show up, like the pet parade that starts at 10. You can just watch that, right? But some have a little prep, so you do have to register for the running of the Blueberries. And the 42 tournament this year has a new location over in the County Courthouse Annex meeting room. And they also are offering pre-registration along with the washerboard tournament that our city rec department helps us out with. Most of these things are available information online to register. The Blueberry Cupcake Battle, our Family Crisis Center is organizing, and it will benefit that organization. It will also, you can pre-register for that. Back to that 42 tournament, for the first time, it will be benefiting our Salvation Army Service Center. So that is something new The National 42 Players Association is still involved helping us coordinate the event, but the actual entry fees and, well, there will be yes, proceeds that go to the Salvation Army organization. So we're just glad, again, this festival is fun for folks. It draws people into our town. It gives our residents a lot of fun things to do through the entire week, but we're also supporting some good things in Nacogdoches. Does anyone have any other questions about the Texas Blueberry Festival for any of the folks involved? Or if you're involved, because I saw Mary putting information in the chat, if you're involved, if you have an announcement that we missed, this is your chance.
Hey, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
You got any R&K beer at that race thing?
You know, I don't right now.
Well, I can help you with that. All right, bye.
You don't want a snow cone, Gary?
I don't care anything about snow cones. Let's get some beer there.
I was about to say that's code for ask her at the event in the behind the tree thing. Okay, so we will move on. Remember, TexasBlueberryFestival.com for more information on these items. I'm really happy to say we have a blueberry brunch this year. It's official. It's been announced. He's here on the call with us. Mr. John Reynolds at Stonehouse Kitchen is providing the official Blueberry Sunday brunch at Stonehouse Kitchen in downtown Nacogdoches. John, tell us more.
Well, thank y'all for actually asking us. This will be our second Blueberry Festival downtown. We've only been open a year. We're like last year, we're gonna have blueberry stuff all week before the festival also. But on Sunday, we're gonna do a brunch from 9 to 2, all you can eat with a drink for $25. We're gonna have the traditional breakfast stuff: eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits and gravy. We're gonna do a lot of blueberry stuff: blueberry pancakes with a honey bacon butter, blueberry waffles, blueberry cinnamon rolls, lemon blueberry scones, muffins. We'll have some more savory stuff like blueberry, spinach, broccoli, green salad, a blueberry gazpacho, which is a cold soup. We had that last year and everybody loved it. Going to do some pork sliders with a blueberry salsa, shrimp tacos with blueberry slaw. We're even going to have a special, one of our coffees is going to be a blueberry coffee. So we're going to be having a lot of blueberry stuff on Sunday and all week before the festival. And I really appreciate y'all asking us to be a part of this. I think my daughter wanted to say something also. You want to get in here?
Oh, gosh.
This is Amanda.
Hi. I was also listening too. I just wanted to say we are so thankful to be a part of this, and we have been going to Blueberry Festival for years, so it's really exciting to be a part of this. And he's so creative with all of the blueberry dishes, so I promise you there will be more blueberry dishes. I think last year we had over 20 blueberry items that we made. So if you have a blueberry hankering either on Sunday or the week before, please come and see us. So thank you guys so much for letting us be a part of this. We're so excited to do that.
Well, that's wonderful. And you guys are located next door to Regions Bank too. So you're right there in the 300 block.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Can people pre-register for the brunch, or do they just show up and take it from there?
Just show up and eat all they want.
Well, that's great. I'm going to ask if anybody has a question for John or Amanda. They can jump in. We're casual with this. And in this moment, because last minute, I kind of put it out there, if anyone had joined the call that was either going to offer a blueberry theme special product services in their business. Maybe they're doing something blueberry themed with their employees, just as incentives or fun, just have some fun with their kickoff to summer in the blueberry spirit. You have a moment right now to pop on and give us your 30-second commercial. I'm giving you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, maybe you're not on the call with us today, but we might have inspired somebody to think about that. So when you come up with the blueberry activity for your business, let us know here at the Chamber, because we actually help put it out there. And we want everyone to know across Nacogdoches County and beyond, we are celebrating blueberry. So thank you guys all for joining us today with those reports. If anyone needs to get in touch with any one of these folks, if you can't get in touch with them directly, please call the Chamber and we'll make that happen as well. I did see some city representation on this call. I know there might be a conflicting meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and ask if a city representative or a city manager might be here, or EDC president would like to come on the call. You're welcome to give your city announcements at this time. Hi, Mario Canizares, city manager.
Hey, good morning, Kelly. I apologize. Just running late today on our staff meeting and visiting with the fire chief. My comments are, as you all know, many of you know, we had our city elections this past Saturday. And so the outcomes of those were Councilmember Roy Bolden was reelected. He's in the Southeast Ward. And then Chad Huckabee won in a three-way race in the Southwest Ward. And he won that election, and so he'll be sworn in next Tuesday afternoon. And so Mr. Huckabee and I will be meeting later today to kind of give him a orientation of all things City of Nacogdoches, get him up to speed as soon as possible. And so once he gets fully sworn in, we'll get him going so he can serve our community on City Council. And we do have council meeting next Tuesday. Should be a relatively regular meeting, and look forward to working with the new council and going forward as we go into the summer. And that's my report. Thank you.
We appreciate that, Mario, and looking forward to working with our city leaders in the future. Okay, we have, I see Misty Wilburn with SFA's Marketing and Communications Department. I know Graham Garner is also invited to speak. Misty, are you going to fill us in on what's going on today?
I am. Graham is actually in an extended cabinet meeting today, so he will be up there with the president and all the other cabinet members the rest of the morning. So he asked if I would jump in. As most of you likely know, we did get through our main graduation ceremony last weekend, and campus is looking a little empty right now. So May master's classes started yesterday, and summer one will begin May 31st. Some of you might have seen on the news yesterday that the College of Education has launched a standalone and independently funded research center. And the focus of that is going to be to amplify voices, affirm identities, and advance belonging in our college students, and really focus on the different identities of college students in Generation Z. And we are super excited about that research center. We have lots of upcoming summer camps and events on campus for younger students. So if you've got kiddos, make sure you check out the SFA website. IMAS Academy camps through the STEM and Research and Learning Center kick off in June. And the SFA Art Academy will also start in June. And please mark your calendars for the Summer State Festival, which will feature family-friendly musicals, and those dates are June the 23rd through July 8th. And once again, I know that this was mentioned in the meeting earlier today, but the SFA Roadshow is going to be happening again this summer, and you can get more information at sfa.edu/roadshow. So we have a lot of stuff going on campus, even though we don't have a lot of students here right now. Does anybody have any questions that I could maybe answer?
And that meeting Misty was referencing was SFA Chamber Connection. Your chamber offers a way to connect businesses with the decision makers at the university. If you're interested in being a part of that, you can even just join us maybe for a month's meeting and see what you think. You're welcome to do that. Thank you, Misty. Okay, moving along, I want to give a heads up to Mark Duran with Workforce Solutions. We know Nancy's not going to be able to join us today, so if you would like to give a regional report now or after the next speaker, I was going to give you a moment to collect your thoughts, but I see by your unmuted microphone, you're ready to go. Hi, Mark.
Good morning. How are you? Can you hear me? Good. Okay. So just a quick update is, and Karen Stubblefield, our operations manager here at Workforce, is on the call, and she's done a great job. As we have in June our teacher externship, and I think I've mentioned this before, but it's where we match CTE teachers with employers. And so this year we actually had 44 teachers originally signed up that were nominated by the ISDs. We've had 28 teachers that have completed applications, and we're in the process of now matching them with employers. We've got 15 of those 28 that are now matched. We do have 2 teachers from Nacogdoches ISD. One is in IT cybersecurity. The other one is in graphic design. So we'll be, Karen's already working with some employers to match them. But what these teachers do is for a week, they are out job shadowing, getting information from the employer, then taking it back into the classroom, sharing it with their students. They even develop a lesson plan so that hopefully those students will learn about what those employers need, and after graduation, then they can complete, continue their certification to hopefully go to work for the employers that we have in Deep East Texas from there. Also is the JET grant, which is the Job Education for Texans grant. The one for the community colleges was released and is now closed. We had 2 applications that were turned in, one by Angelina College and the other one by the Lamar Institute in Port Arthur. So hopefully we'll see both of those that will be granted. Currently the request for applications is open for all of our ISDs, and we've extended invites and the application to those ISDs. Currently we know of about 10 that are going to apply, and so we're excited about them as they expand their CTE programs, and this helps them purchase equipment. It does not build buildings or anything, but it does help them expand their CTE programs or create new CTE programs for that. And then thirdly is the child care. Continue to stress that we have child care funding in our Deep East Texas region. We just received an additional $816,000 that will add about 300 children, which will put us close to 2,200 children per day that we'll be able to care for. For Nacogdoches, just looking at the numbers, is we have 15 child care centers, licensed child care centers in Nacogdoches. We have contracts with 9 of those. One of the concerns that we have in Nacogdoches is the shortage of space, the available space for children. And so we're working with those providers to see if they can take, but currently they're almost all full, the ones that we have contracts with. So we've reached out to the other centers to see if we can assist them with that. But if you know anyone that needs child care assistance, we are currently enrolling them here. And then lastly is last week, Lockheed Martin and Angelina College had the ribbon cutting. And was very successful, as Lockheed Martin is now training their current employees and also new employees at an Angelina College for jobs. And so we hope to see that expand in the future. So Kelly, open for questions.
Well, thank you, Mark.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, if anybody has questions, they can pop on. And we appreciate that regional report. I think that's important for our call. Well, moving on, we have our Executive Director of Visit Nacogdoches, Sherry Cheney Morgan, with us. Hi, Sherry. What's new?
Hello, Kelly. Hello, friends. We are super busy. We had the weekend of April 23rd, and then the following weekend of April the 30th. We were just jam-packed with events around town. This past weekend was, of course, SFA graduation, and we were also part of Sail on the Trail, which was a shopping experience that ran along El Camino Real from Nacogdoches, Louisiana, all the way through to Nacogdoches, and it was busy. It looked like somebody had stirred up an anthill downtown. There are so many people walking around, and we love to see that. Our next big event that is coming up upon us is on Memorial Day weekend. Joanna Temple has worked diligently to provide not just one night of concerts, but 2 nights of concerts and 2 nights of 2 concerts apiece. So on the 28th, I believe, will be Joe Cuellar will be opening up, and then the Spicolis, which is an 80s tribute band that joined us in last summer's concert series as well. They're returning this year. And then on the 29th, we'll have Brick Street Blues opening for a brand new band to us, a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute band. We'll have food trucks out there, and it's going to be amazing and awesome. And we love to have so much activity in our downtown. So be on the lookout for that. It's not too late. If your business would like to sponsor some of that and have your signage and your logo present in front of all of those people, tickets are available on Eventbrite for those that just want to go, and they'll be available at the gate for a slightly higher price. But yeah, head on out to that. And, you know, sort of the theme of this meeting, I think, now that we're on the tail end of it, is after Memorial Day, of course, we'll be prepping for Blueberry weekend. And, you know, recently due to COVID, we experienced what a year without Blueberry Festival felt like. And, you know, financially, it had its presence in the chamber functions because it is such a great fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce. But I think more so it was a hit just to the general feel for the community. It just felt like something really big was missing, like something had gone, and it was. So we were so happy when it was able to return. And it's good for our mental health. It's good for our community because it is sort of a symbol of a return to the way things have always been. And we receive so many compliments and accolades from the Blueberry Festival because it is free for families, it is family focused, and those types of events are fewer and farther between for so many people. But there are economic impacts associated with that. And while the meeting's been running, I went on the governor's website to get the latest statistics. If you ever wondered why it's so important to have tourists in your area. So in the year 2021, direct traveler spending in the city of Nacogdoches totaled $70 million, and that was an increase of 16% from 2020. And it also accounts for 950 jobs in our community. We have a small community. 950 jobs in tourism and hospitality is huge for us. And then lastly, again, and this is all due to direct traveler spending, our tax revenue that was seen as a result of that was $7 million, which was an increase of 21%. 65% of that was state tax, but 34% of $7 million remained here locally. And just briefly, so our tourism office is fully funded off of restricted funds, hotel occupancy tax. And so there's only a certain amount of different ways that we are allowed by law to spend our revenues, and it's primarily marketing. It is completely separate from the general fund, which paves our streets and picks up our garbage and all the many important things that the city departments do. But when we invite tourism into our community, they shop in our shops, they stay in our hotels. They're brought in by these restricted hotel occupancy tax, but the money that they spend while they're here gets deposited back in the general fund. And then those people, the tourists, go back to their home communities. So they're not here utilizing the services that our general funds pay for. So whether you are a business owner or a resident, tourism is a hot commodity, and it is a huge economic driver for the oldest town in Texas here. So remember, whenever you see somebody or you're slightly inconvenienced because you can't get a parking spot right in front of the store that you're wanting to go to in downtown, that these people are here because they want, for a brief moment in time, to be a part of the community that we get to live in 24/7. But also, they are making possible things for our community that elsewise wouldn't be able to be accomplished with our residents in our tax base. So with that, I will conclude my report with a thank you to everyone on here for everything that you do in ways big and small to help make Nacogdoches a great place to visit.
Thank you, Sherry. Love that you can put those numbers behind the impact that we all see here in our town. Okay, Gary Lee Ashcraft, our President and CEO of Nacogdoches Area United Way, with a social services report and United Way stuff.
Here we go. I'll tell you, DoDat was a fine success, probably contributed some numbers to the tourism bottom line. We'll have all those numbers here pretty soon. Got some shout outs. Jimmy Day is on the call, and he had some real fine cold 3 beers was the restrictive amount, but that's enough, and it was really, really good. And I got a little bit more because I can cheat. We had a blast. We had a little over 1,000 folks show up at the gates. I will tell you that Anita Scott's Expo Center is a perfect venue for that. Thank you, Nita, and your staff for doing what you do and getting everything done and the 1,000 requests we had. I'm a big shout out to Caroline Garner, Richard Shade, and Ronnie Henson. Those guys, I tell you, I got a little nervous toward the end. I always do, but they pull it off and they work like hell to be sure that everyone has a great time at the DoDat barbecue. And by the way, the food was excellent. More people were coming out holding their tummies and groaning that, oh my goodness, I ate so much. You wouldn't think that because you get little samples, but when you have, we thought we'd have about 20, that was kind of the plan, grillers, I call them, and we had 24 or 5, had some show up at the end. That was just fine. It's a family event. It's different from the beer trough days of old, which I enjoyed a lot. I liked all that, but it's a fun time, and everybody had a good time. We had 0 complaints, or I'm the guy that takes care of those, and I didn't have a lot to do except run around and do what people told me to do, and that was a perfect day. Weather was good and what have you. So if you attended DoDat barbecue and had a good time, I'm glad. And I thank you all for supporting the United Way. It funds the United Way for DoDat. Coming up, Day of Caring is an event that we have that Caroline and David Carazels puts on. I'm sorry, Caroline and Bill Dietrich of Eaton puts on, and have a lot of volunteers involved with that. If you don't know what that is we ask teams from companies like Eaton, Pilgrims, and those kind of folks to put teams together, and we go out. We're getting applications in to various agencies that might need a little help. Paint job, rake job, do something job, plant a garden job. It just depends. We do that on the Friday morning, June 17th. And it's just a lot of fun. It's something that it's a Christmas time for us to give back a little bit. And it just, the volunteers really like to do this. So if you're a company of 1 or a company of 100 or a company beyond, come on out. We've had people sign up to work at Day of Caring, and it was just them. And we put them with a group and off we went. So you can talk to anybody with the United Way kind of about DoDat, and there's many of you that, I'm sorry, about the Day of Caring, and there's many of you that have worked on that. Then our big Christmas time is coming up with allocations. That's the time that we get together and grants come in, applications from our agencies, and we fund out of our couple 100,000, a little more. We fund programs for those folks and for our agencies. My favorite is Fresh Start with Patty Goodrum group, Love Inc. We allocate money for that program, and that program deals with people that are on the verge of becoming homeless. There are many here, and Love Inc. is a fantastic organization that's kind of set up to take care of them. Everybody works together. If somebody needs to get fed, we get over to Hope, helping other people eat. Just the list goes on and on that way. And before I go on, I want to say something about Pilgrims Pride. Pilgrims funds a lot of things in this community. They were the main sponsor for Do That, and they made it happen. They have a large team. They helped us financially. They help us with about every event that we have. They help you all, help the community, and I really, really do want to shout out Pilgrims. As for me and some of my work, I'm still working on the Cushing event. I want to tell you a little bit about that. It didn't just go away like it does on TV. You hear all these disasters, then what happened? So we're raising money from special folks and individuals to get our emergency response fund that's hosted by the United Way. None of the money goes to the United Way or any of us. It's there, it's parked there restricted for disasters, emergencies such as Cushing. And the goal is to get that fund up to somewhere in the neighborhood of $25,000 to $50,000 and have it sit. Because I can tell you right now, I feel another disaster coming our way. I don't talk about this much. I'm not an awfulizer or any of that. I'm an optimist, but they're going to be a hurricane, and we're going to need to help folks in our community in this area that can't survive without a little bit of help. I'll remind you all, as I do every time, that this beautiful brick street town with all the good industry and all the good people is the second poverty region in the state of Texas. And there's folks out there that are great folks. They just need a little help. And that's what that fund is going to be about. We'll shout out Love Inc. one more time. Patty and her group are using those funds right now, right this moment. They've sent teams in to see how they can help the people who are still trying to figure out how to get their houses together. We're trying to get them hooked up with the right agencies. I'm telling you folks, that tornado took away a lot of homes and changed a lot of lives. And that's our job, is to get folks working together, our agencies, other people, federal, state, you name it, to try to help in those kind of situations. And that's really what United Way organizations do across the globe. And so we're doing our job, I believe, to do what we can to help those that need us most. And then all with that, Kenny Rena is the head of the annual fund campaign for the United Way. We're working hard on that. We are selling. That's a hard word, but we're bringing in more and more 365 Circle folks, which is a special program for smaller businesses, and the smaller businesses are responding. It's $1 a day is the theory behind the 365 program. So $365 brings in a small business as a valuable partner with the United Way. And for that $365, you get a very fine looking, well-designed sticker that you can put on your front door and tell people that you support the United Way, which we love. So we'll tell you when the kickoff for the campaign will be real soon. Kenny and I are kind of looking at that and trying to figure out what a good time will be. I'm voting for air-conditioned facilities, but we might get it at a time when the cool front comes through, and we'll go back to that fine brewery over there or something. So I think that's enough from me. I see my wife is going land the plane. That's what she does with me a lot. And so we're coming in for a landing. Thank you all for having us today.
Thank you, Gary Lee. We appreciate you and your team. This might be an appropriate time to invite our mystery guests to come on. This person actually is in the Angelina County, Nacogdoches County region right now, talking about additional help. It's related to what you were talking about, Gary Lee, but different. It's actually the Public Information Officer for the SBA, Small Business Association, and her name is Barbara Nita. Barbara, did I pronounce that name correctly?
You did. Thank you. Thank you for having me today. So it's a Small Business Administration, and we're here today due to the March 21st tornadoes, also offering disaster assistance. So we're offering low interest government loans from businesses of all sizes, homeowners, renters, as well as nonprofit organizations, and that is including places of worship. So I also went around the Cushing area. I saw how badly damaged it was. I was with the emergency manager. So that's why we were here to at least get the center, because it was a little bit low. Unfortunately, there's no internet available. So we have that center for people who do need that to get that one-on-one assistance and actually apply. So for homeowners, we offer up to $200,000 to repair or replace physical damage to the home. And that has to be your primary residence. Secondary homes is not included. So it's anything from primary. So it's up to $40,000 for primary, basically your primary car, anything that's inside your home, personal property, basically. And this is where the renters come in. They get the $40,000 for personal property as far as that. For businesses is up to $2 million, also to repair, replace real estate, inventory, etc. And also for basically that's also for physical damage. And we also offer the economic injury disaster loan, which is a working capital loan, as anyone who is closed during that timeline for businesses, they can also get up to $2 million and repair, basically recover from their economic losses. So this is also for the nonprofits. They also get up to $2 million for physical damage as well. And then for which I told you about, the working capital loan, which is economic injury disaster loan. So basically the interest rates for homeowners is as low as 1.43%, for businesses as low as 2.94%, and for nonprofits as low as 1.87%. So basically the center is the disaster loan outreach center will be opening on Thursday, starting 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It's going to be at the Cushing Fire Department. If anyone knows where, I can tell you the address as we speak. I think it's a Walnut Avenue. I'll give you the exact one. Hold on one second. Because I'm currently in the car trying to get you in the parking lot. Hold on. It is I have it right here. So it's 783 Walnut Avenue, Cushing, Texas. So, and it's going to be closing till May 26th. So we have about 2 weeks as far as that. So if everybody does need that, and they also can apply online, disasterloanassistance.sba.gov. I just wanted to make clear, because a lot of people don't know, the loan that's why I suggest people to apply. The loan becomes an option. You do not need to accept the loan at the end of the day. We cover deductibles, no closing costs on these loans. This is for the uninsured and underinsured losses. So we also offer location and mitigation for future disasters is also available on these loans, and it's up to a 30-year term. So it's that's why I say see your options, see what you need. For homeowners, renters, nonprofits, everybody's allowed to apply, and at least you have that opportunity at least to recover from everybody's damage that they had suffered during that time. So I hope I got everybody in there. And also we have 1-800 number, so it's 1-800 for customer service, 1-800-659-2955. If they also cannot make it to the center, they have that number as well. I appreciate Kelly for having me here and letting me get the word out to everybody. I appreciate your time. If anyone has questions, you can let me know.
Well, thank you, Nita. If you want to put your direct number, if you'd like to share that in the chat, you're welcome to.
Okay, I will.
Okay, well, moving on to the Executive Director of the Nacogdoches County Exposition and Civic Center, great community partner and supporter and cheerleader, Anita Scott.
Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, everybody. I've got y'all on my, your faces all on one camera, on one screen over here, and then my notes over here, so I'm kind of everywhere this morning. So here at the Expo Center, we've got a few things going on. On the 17th, that's next Tuesday, TxDOT will be here. They're hosting a meeting. This is held to inform and gather feedback from the public on an upcoming US 59, US 259 north of Nacogdoches interchange, which is a future I-69 project, and they will be here. I believe it's from 5 to 8 on the 17th of May. And on May the 20th, that's on a Friday, the Sheriff's Office is hosting the Fallen Peace Officers Memorial. That's open to the public, and Sheriff Bridges would like for everyone to know that they are welcome. A lunch will be served to all the fallen hero family members following the ceremony. And again, that's open to the public. The doors will open at 9:30 on the 20th, which is a Friday. And then on the 21st, the Expo Center parking lot will be the host location for the tire recycle that is being hosted by our partners with the City of Nacogdoches and Keep Nacogdoches Beautiful. And it is sponsored by Cook Tire. And let's see here, we've got a lot of things going on here. On the 24th, we are the location for the primary election runoffs here at the Expo Center. On the 26th, DP's Texas Council of Governments will be hosting a meeting here at the Expo Center. I don't have all the details to that, but if that's something that you're interested in, get with us here at the Expo Center and we'll be glad to get that information for you. Also in June, we are the host location for the Texas Agroforestry Small Farmers and Ranchers Summit. I think I talked about this a little bit in our meeting prior to this one. As I said in the earlier meeting, this event is very neat in that it is so much more than just small ranchers and farmers. It is an event that is multicultural. It's really a fun event. There'll be about 20 presenters. The keynote speaker is Shirley Sherrod. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe she's actually going to be streaming live. And she's from Washington, D.C. The workshop, the summit will kick off on June the 9th at 7:30 with a historical cultural bus tour, and then there will be a meet and greet reception from 6 to 8 at 200 East Main Street. And then the workshop here at the Expo Center will be from 8 to 5 in the downstairs room. And the workshop is also available virtually to a limited number of attendees. Pre-registration is $35. General admission is $500. And again, you can get all the information about these events here at the Expo on our Facebook page and also on our website at nacexpo.net. We have a calendar of our event calendar on that website, and we keep that updated there. And other than that, here at the Expo Center, we are working on retrofitting our lights in the main arena. So that's something that we're working on, and just busy here at the Expo Center, and want y'all to come out and see us. That's all I have for today.
Thank you, Anita. Say hey to everyone out there.
Yes.
We're moving on. Do we have someone from the Nacogdoches ISD on the call with us today? Or if I missed somebody that was expecting to make an announcement, I'm going to let you jump on. And I think Wayne did have to exit our call, but I hope you got to see his face, and a few of us heard his voice before we started officially. He is progressing well, and we look forward to having him more involved in our chamber as he continues to recover. So it was very good to see our president and CEO of the chamber, Wayne Mitchell, a little earlier. I'm going to go ahead and give some chamber updates because we have a lot going on too, and get you guys out of here. The next conference call will cover that summit that Anita just mentioned, so you can tune back in on May 24th and get more details on that. We have 2 ribbon cuttings coming up. One's tomorrow at 4:30 right here at our chamber for Oceans Behavioral Hospital. It will be with them, with Tomei Catering involved, and also door prizes. So please come join us tomorrow at 4:30 here at the chamber. And then on May 31st, we'll be at the new Emmeline Carpenter Elementary facility with Nacogdoches ISD, celebrating the grand opening of that new building and educational experience for our young ones. It's going to be exciting. Again, May 31st, the ribbon cutting's at 11 a.m., but they're going to have an open house from 10 a.m. to noon. You're welcome to stop by and congratulate them and see the facility. And then a Live After 5 this month, hosted by RV Outfitters of Texas. It's going to be a lot of fun, good food, beverages, door prizes, selfie machine there. So just come on out and catch up with some folks and hear what's going on in Nacogdoches. So with that, I am going to call it a meeting, and we're going to get on with our great day. It's going to be a prosperous week, and I look forward to seeing all of you around town. Thanks again, Bert, for sponsoring our call.